Head of Outdoor Sportsman Group, Gary Cornam of Easton Arrows and Delta McKenzie Targets. And we've talked about arrows, we've talked about goblins, believe it or not. Now we're going to talk about what bow hunters really like to talk about, and that's big bucks. And you got the Daddy target, which is a new offering from Delta McKenzie. Can you tell it's already been a long week?
Oh yeah.
I like antlers, and these look really realistic, and I like shooting realistic looking targets. I think this target fits a real need for backyard archery target practice as you get ready through the summer, getting ready for fall hunting seasons.
Absolutely, I love this. I've always loved shooting 3D buck targets, but there's been a few problems with them. One, everybody knows they get out there after about a month, their buck target turns into a doe. These antlers don't like to stay put, right? It's because you keep jamming those antlers in there, it wears out the foam. We said, hey, how can we fix that problem? Delta McKenzie, with this Daddy Buck series, we have these target sockets in for the antlers. And so what that does is it's a hard polymer that sits inside the head, and when you put those antlers in there, they go into that socket and it doesn't wear out the foam because you're not putting it into the foam. It receives that antler, and so it doesn't wear out. They stay put. And that's really, that's one of the frustrations I've had, is that, you lose the antlers, or you pick up the target and the legs fall off, right? We've solved that problem too. Or the head, right? So we have dovetails here along the body. It runs the full length of the body, and we have a dovetail here for the head. For one thing, it's really easy to assemble, but two, that dovetail doesn't wear out, and the legs don't fall off. You don't have to lock them in. You just basically slip it on there. Same with the legs. The legs are one piece. They're not separate pieces. They're one piece. The body's one piece, and the head is one piece, all held together with dovetails. And we know how strong dovetails are.
Right.
So that keeps your target together. What's great about this Daddy Buck series is it comes in 3 sizes. We have the Baby Daddy, the Hoosier Daddy, and the Big Daddy.
The Hoosier Daddy.
The Hoosier Daddy.
No play on words there.
We're here in Indy. Why not, right?
Exactly. Hoosier Daddy.
So you got 3 sizes, 3 different price points. They start at about 130 bucks, and you can go to dmtargets.com and you can see the full line of not only the Daddy series, but all the other targets that we have for 3D in practice, backyard practice.
One thing that a deer target needs to do is train you to shoot, where to shoot on a deer. That's why we're using this versus a bag or a box target of some sort. Right here you've got, this is kind of the vital area, the heart, the lungs. You've also got some scoring rings as well.
That's right. And like you said, practice is really, when you go to draw back on that buck, if you're confident in your shooting, you've got a better shot in the field as well. That's what it translates to. So I'm a big believer in backyard practice, because once you know that your arrow is going to hit where you're aiming, you're going to make a better shot in the field.
How durable is this target going to be? Because you're shooting the same area again and again. It's going to wear some other targets out. I don't think Delta McKenzie, though.
Well, we use a proprietary foam formula, so you get a lot of durability. One thing we've done on the Daddy series, as we're talking about them here, as you can see how we've beefed up this vital area. We've actually made this area thicker. That's where you're shooting, that's where you need the foam. So on the Daddy series, I love this one for backyard. We have the 3D practice on this side, we got the vital zones on this side, and what's great about that, beefier area is going to last a lot longer, like you said. It's going to
last long, it looks realistic.
Right.
It's got some innovation built into it, it's durable. One more question. I've always thought these might double as a decoy in November.
That's
Can you use the
fact.
Hoosier Daddy in November?
One thing that's great about the Delta targets is we really pride ourselves on having a realistic looking animal target, whether it be a buck or whatever. But with the deer, I don't know how many of my bow hunter buddies take these out and use them as decoys. They will work phenomenal because we do make them very realistic.
Yeah, I looked at this and thought target, decoy, kill a couple of birds or a couple of bucks, as the case may be, with one stone.
That's
or
right.
One arrow. I tell you what, I like the Hoosier Daddy. We're in Hoosier Country, Indiana at the 2020 Archery Trade Show, the Delta McKenzie booth. Where can folks go to learn more about your targets again?
dmtargets.com.
dmtargets.com. And this is going to be shipping shortly, I would assume.
Yeah, we've got them available right now.
Right now. What's the MSRP?
Starting at about 130 bucks.
All right. I tell you what, the Hoosier Daddy, the Daddy series, they make great targets at Delta McKenzie, and they've done it again. You need to get a Hoosier Daddy. Of course you do, because hunting season, not that far off. For Gary Cornam, I'm Lynn Burkhead, straight shooting, everybody.